Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch one. General Woods. You can't block me. You can't block me.
This is Michel on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Down. 60 yards. Ready?
From the gun, Trahan. Got his man, that's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. 70. Indy.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Shoot.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Trahan to Michel on the screen. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Watch the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Watch the screen.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike, one. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Set up, 30 base. Check, check, block 54, block 54.
Coming this way, here we go, here we go.
Blue draw, quarter.
Forget it.
36. Check 26, check 26.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. This is Michel. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On the double.
Number one. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Five. Go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go,
the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check back. Alert 3.
This is Hines, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Gotta do better. Come on, TV, come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll look to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54. Mike 54. Come on, G. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. That's what I do. SOS.
Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Ready up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Block 54. Block 54. Go tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Christian, Travis.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds Hopkins complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Right there, 54 Mike. Target, 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 target. Watch twist, watch twist.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the draw, here's Michelle. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Slam, slam.
Now it's Hines. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Get wide.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kiki QT with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Patriots 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You better bring it. Yep. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. So Mike's number one. He don't know no better. Ready.
From the gun, they run with Michelle.
Go.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Look at me. Zipper. Watch the screen. Mike one. Oh, here we go. Oh. Now.
They'll run with Michelle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. Hey, Orbit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trahan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike 20. I got one. Hey, Mike 20.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Trahan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
54 Mike. Watch the run.
Go.
Mike 54.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Second and 5. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
54, right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going to look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Let's go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First down, San Francisco.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, you got deep?
They run with Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the X3. 218. Chop it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Let's go.
Here's Hines. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd.
You got 3 down. Check 24.
61. Matchbox lights.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is QT, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. Check 99.
Two draw porker. Two.
They'll run with Allen, and he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
70, Indy. Ready.
A throw out wide to QT, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
54. Mike 54. All day, just like that.
Pilot, 64, reach.
Check the backer.
Snap.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill.
Get it.
2nd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Ready, ready.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. They're running, man.
Protein spill.
Crunch. Crunch.
Ready, ready. Go.
On 3rd down, Hines, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Naeem Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down now, Michelle. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Niners take over first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Let's go.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Balaj. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready?
Mike 54. Record.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? 50, play.
Mike's by 4.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Shoot. 2nd and 11. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, 49ers.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Slam, slam, slam. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go. 10-2, sir. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Yo. Recon, 152 fighter. Say.
Right back to him on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Patriots' 30-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 5-4. Squeeze, double.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
47-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Trahan nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. But now it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
58, boys, 58, come on.
Hey, echo.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
Operating from the gun, Trahan And that's complete to Jesse James. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Trahan. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
90, Wolf. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
It's our time. It's our time.
Go.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 58's the mic.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Strong left, strong left. Hey, let's get this. Alert flare.
80 weapon.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
Run the mic. Watch one. Here we go.
Following the penalty, Michel. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Trahan nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Patriots send out their punter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Down. 50. Plant. Check 56. I'm on.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. So the victory here for San Francisco, and of course this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for San Francisco, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.